Hey everybody, this is Jason. This video is a high-speed time-lapse of our Fireplace Remodel project. My brother Neil came down to help me out on this project. It was a 6-day remodel, and we remodeled this old volcanic rock fireplace. Here you see some before shots of the jagged rocks on this volcanic rock fireplace. We wanted to replace it for both aesthetic reasons, and it was sort of a danger. I have two young daughters, 1 and 3-year-old. They were always running around near it, and we were always afraid they would get injured by these sharp volcanic rocks. So our project was to replace the fireplace with this new one with stone and granite, and a new mantle you see here. In addition to the fireplace remodel, I wanted to replace 6 speakers with new in-wall speakers. So it's the fireplace and the in-wall speaker installation in this video. So here you see the time lapse is started. The first project on the first day is to just do some prep work, put up some plastic sheeting to prevent dust from getting all around the house, and put down some cloths and wood on the floor. Here you see we're well into demolition. The primary tool we're using is a Bosch Rotary Hammer to chisel up the mortar and break out the big rocks. It came out pretty easily. We used some crowbars too, and used some tin snips to cut some of the old metal that held up the mortar. So here we're pretty much finished on day 1 with the demolition of the existing fireplace. We did our best to cut along the edges of the sheetrock so we didn't have to destroy more sheetrock than possible and eliminate the amount of drywall work we'll have to do later. So here we're on day 2. Our first project here, I'm starting to do some wiring for these in-wall speakers that I'm going to be putting up in this project. And here you see we have the main piece of drywall up. We also put a 4x6 header board in there that will work for the installation of the mantle later on. So there we were just installing some expanded metal lath that will be the support for this mortar that you see my brother Neil is putting up now. So we're mixing up multiple batches of mortar, going back and forth, and Neil is putting the mortar up here on the legs and the header of the fireplace, and just framing out the structure that we'll be placing all of the stone and granite tiling on for the new fireplace. So Neil is a part-time tiling contractor. He used to do this sort of stuff full-time. He was a great help and was gracious enough to come down and help me out with this project. And it's helped me out with a couple other things too. Here you saw we were installing some metal lath in the base too for the new hearth of the fireplace. So here at the end of day 2, we pretty much have the mortar work done, and we're moving on to day 3 here. So here we are mudding the sheetrock, doing drywall work. The drywall work is a multi-day process of mudding and sanding, to get a good smooth transitions. Here you see us cutting with a tile saw all of the stone and granite pieces that we're going to be using. And here Neil is using thin set to attach the stone pieces to the front of the fireplace. Here we are outside. Neil is doing some bullnosing on the granites for some of the edge pieces. And now moving back inside, here you see Neil working on the hearth down beneath. So these are some 12 by 12 granite tiles that I actually had left over from existing kitchen remodel projects, and I wanted to use these for this project. So here you see more continued work on drywalling. I'm just trying to get everything nice and smooth and even between the existing and new sheetrock. And there you saw I was cutting out the first holes for these in-wall speakers. So I have 6 of these speakers that I wanted to do in-wall versions for. It's a total of a 9.1 channel surround capable system. My receiver does up to 7.1 at any time, but my wife never liked having the big hanging speakers in the room, so I wanted to, in the same project, so while we were making a mess, go ahead and do all these in-wall speakers too. So here you see just continuing on with more sheetrock drywall work. This is the beginning of the next day. The first project here is I wanted to clean out the existing fireplace and paint it with this high temperature fire paint on the inside, just to give it a better look. Here you see I'm mixing up texture solution to, I got a texture gun on a previous project, and just texturing the sheetrock to match the existing texture of the walls. There you saw some guys that I hired to come out and do a dump run, clean up our huge pile of mess in the front yard. So here you see I'm moving on to painting the wall. I had written down all of the paint colors that we used a couple years back when we originally painted these walls, so fortunately I knew the exact color we needed. Here Neil is installing these cut granite pieces that we cut on a previous day for the inner trim and the outsides of the fireplace. And at this point we're getting close to finishing up the fireplace. I think I'd started to clean up the room at this point, knowing that my wife and 2 daughters were going to be coming back. They left to go up to Northern California for a couple days while we were doing this. So here I'm installing the mantle, and there you go. That's pretty much the end of the project. I also uploaded to this channel 6 individual day-by-day breakdown videos for this fireplace remodel. Those videos are shown at 1/10 the speed of this high-speed time-lapse version, and I discuss in more detail the process and challenges that we ran into during this project. So if you're interested in doing a DIY project like this yourself, you may find those helpful. All right, well, I hope you've enjoyed watching. If you're interested in other DIY information or art projects, you can go ahead and subscribe to this channel. Have a good one. Bye.